There was a time when photochromic lenses were seen as old-fashioned, but here in 2024 they're actually more popular than they've ever been. And that's for good reason. The technology has come a long way, and every year it seems to get better. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you the 3 top reasons to choose photochromic lenses, why they might be right for you, as well as 3 reasons why they might not be. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant at the Spectacle Factory, out in the beautiful countryside today, enjoying my Zeiss PhotoFusion flash lenses. So what inspired me to make this video specifically today is the fact that Zeiss have just announced PhotoFusion technology in 1.74 index material. And that means that now more people than ever have access to the best photochromic lenses. Although that does come with a slight caveat, because annoyingly, they're only making 1.74 available with PhotoFusion in grey, brown, and extra grey. And that leads me on to my first point about photochromic lenses, which is the sheer array of colour combinations that you can create. And we've covered PhotoFusion a lot on this channel. They do this beautiful vibrant blue. They do a really cool grey-green that they call Pioneer. And you can customise them further with the addition of flash coatings. For example, in my pair, we have the brown with an amber flash coating, and the amber creates that golden hue on the surface of the lens. But you can be way more colourful than this. I just thought this was cohesive with this particular frame choice. To add to that, you have the new transition style colours that came out, and even transitions have some beautiful new colours that I'm going to be covering on this channel very soon. So make sure you subscribe for that, because you're going to see every single photochromic colour option that exists side by side in the next few weeks. And then you have Hoya, who also do grey, brown, green, but they also do their oceanic blue, which is more of like a grey blue colour. And I reviewed that on my trip to Bulgaria last year. So the point is that from a style perspective, with the colour combinations that you can create, you can have a pair of glasses, photochromic glasses, that look extremely cool. Gone are the days where it was either grey or brown. And if you're in the opticians and they're offering you just those 2 colours, I mean, walk away. Now, the second great thing about photochromic technology is the fact that they are not just clear or fully dark. They will activate to the level of tint that your eyes need for the conditions that you're in. So for example, I've just stepped into the tree line, and as soon as I do, these lenses are going to start fading back slightly while still being fairly tinted, because I'm still outdoors, I still want a pair of sunglasses on. But the tint level is going to fade back so that I can still see, despite the fact that I'm not in the direct sunlight anymore. And when I step back out of the trees, they're then darkening again. And you probably won't notice it happening because it's a gradual process. And that's one of the things that photochromic wearers enjoy. Rather than having either clear, fully clear glasses or fully dark sunglasses, when these need to be, you have that in-between tint as well. That makes them really versatile for a day out. If you're out hiking, for example, and you know that sometimes you're going to be out in the sun, sometimes you're going to be underneath the trees, the versatility that you get from that is awesome. Now, number 3 is that they are pretty much all as quick as you ever need them to be nowadays. As we step out into the sun, the lenses will almost immediately get to their full tint. There was a time where that would take several minutes, if not 10 minutes or more. That is a thing of the past. With PhotoFusion X technology, we timed it last year, it's like 30 seconds to go dark, and it's like a minute, 2 minutes to go clear when you're back indoors. And I made the point then that you actually don't want it to be any quicker than that. That's as quick as you would ever actually want it to be, because that slight gradual effect of the change is actually better, it's less jarring on our eyes than if the lenses just change like a switch. But the other manufacturers have caught up as well, and Hoya have since released their Sensity fast technology, which they claim to be as quick, and we're going to be reviewing those soon. And then of course we've got the new transitions generation just about to be launched, or it has been launched in some parts of the world, and those lenses promise to be extremely fast as well. But there are a few reasons why you might not want to choose photochromic lenses, and I think it's important that you're aware of the limitations before you decide. The first reason is that as good as they now are, they still aren't quite a sunglass replacement. They don't work fully behind the windscreen, and no manufacturer yet has found a way to make that happen, and they probably never will, because of the fact that photochromic lenses rely on UV. They have to rely on UV because if they didn't, the lenses would activate with all bright lights and they would be dark indoors. But windscreens inherently block UV, so there's a limiting factor there. That means that there'll probably never be enough energy to fully activate photochromic lenses when you're driving. And I would argue that the main time we need sunglasses, the most important time for our safety and our comfort, is when we drive. I would look at them as an upgrade to my everyday glasses rather than a replacement for my sunglasses. But if you're one of those people that wants to try to combine everything into one pair, then you might just be a little bit disappointed. The second reason that you might potentially be disappointed by photochromic lenses is the lack of polarization. Now, I'm actually not the world's biggest fan of polarized lenses, but I also think that in certain situations they are definitely beneficial. And a lot of people nowadays like to have polarization in their sunglasses. Now, there is a technology out there, it's called transitions extractive polarized. However, it is significantly slower than those other technologies we've talked about in terms of reaction speed, so you're compromising there. The other disadvantage to that product is the fact that it's not fully polarized all the time. So the amount of polarization is relative to the darkness of the lenses. So they only really go fully polarized when it's fully bright. Technologies like adaptive sun, for example, are polarized all the time and adjust to light, and are therefore better overall, albeit as a separate pair of sunglasses. So you are going to compromise somewhere if you want them to be polarized. The third and final disadvantage, at least it used to be a disadvantage, but it isn't anymore, is the limitation of choosing photochromic as an option on your glasses. Because in the past, they didn't used to be as thin. As I've told you today, you can now get 1.74 index PhotoFusion. We can do our own brand technology photochromic in 1.74 as well. That's available in pink, purple, green, blue, grey and brown. And even transitions does come in 1.74 index as well, albeit again with the same limitations as PhotoFusion in terms of colours. And in the past, you didn't used to be able to add tints and cool coatings to photochromic lenses. Now you can. The combination of flash coatings with PhotoFusion or gradient tints, solid tints with our own brand photochromics means you are not limited whatsoever by choosing photochromic in your glasses. So whilst that used to be a disadvantage, I'm so excited that it's not anymore. And I think that tips the scales in the favour of photochromic. And there was a time where, despite the disadvantages, they were still right for a lot of people. But I wouldn't have said the majority. And now, I think I would. I think most people should now consider photochromic. Now, in my eyewear wardrobe, I still personally prefer switching glasses throughout the day. So I like having light tints on my glasses when I'm indoors, maybe medium tints if I'm going shopping and things like that, adaptive sun lenses when I'm really out in the sun. But for certain occasions like today, photochromic lenses are awesome. Because these glasses suit being both optical and a sunglass, it made sense to add PhotoFusion. And I guess that's the point that I'd like to leave you on, is that if you choose a pair of glasses and you think that they would also look good as sunglasses, that's pretty much the trigger for adding photochromic to your next pair. Because then you've basically got 2-in-1, and we all like 2-in-1. If you have found this video useful, helpful, I'd love it if you could give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more of the best eyewear content on the internet. Remember, we've got that full review of every photochromic option coming very soon, and you do not want to miss that, trust me. So make sure you're subscribed. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye bye.